Hey, grumpy old man here. I'm gonna do two kind of product reviews. This one is the TomShoo versatile portable wood stove. Also, apparently, it's supposed to be able to do alcohol. For all the keyboard warriors out there, I'm aware that I'm using the wrong kind of alcohol. It's 70%, and you're supposed to use, by product recommendation, 90% or the denatured stuff you can buy. But I figured you can always find the 70% somewhere. And I do, once a year, I do kind of long bicycle trips, and just kind of wanted to try this out. Normally I just use a gas stove, but wanted to try doing something a little different this year. So, open it up. You got your two little things. I guess it's supposed to go that way. This is to hold your pot, pan, cup, whatever. Got your little instructions. Firewood solidified alcohol stove. Tells you how to set it up, which is nice. I watched a couple videos already. This apparently is quite unique. Like I said, I've never had one of these kind of stoves before. This one comes with a little grill. We will not be testing that today. And all our little parts here. This is the part, the slot, so you can keep loading it while you're cooking. Alright, so I'm going to do the alcohol stove part. So, bottom is this. It's got little vents. Step 2 is the stove chamber. You'll see it's got little vents inside. It's a gasifier for when you're using wood. Now, this is the only part that's different between when you use alcohol versus wood. This little part, for wood, it goes like a cup, and you put it like this for alcohol. That. And then this part. And some plastic trying to run away. Whoop. The little alcohol dish, which also serves as an ash pan. Which, given the size of things, doesn't look like it'd really catch a lot because it goes on the bottom. It'd be better than nothing, but I wouldn't recommend using it on like flammable stuff underneath. I mean, I never would, but you know what I mean. And then, whoop, grab the wrong one. This goes like this, and it's got this cool little mesh thing. And now, when you put it on, you have to put the X's like that, because obviously, whoop, that won't work. So, like this. It's got little, I don't know if this camera's going to pick it up, but there's little knobs here and here that keep it from, like when you're lifting your pot or pan, it'll keep it from sliding off and doing its thing. And do I have, oh, I don't have my lighter. So I'll put this in here just a little bit. And I'm gonna go grab a lighter real quick. Come on, Doug. Pardon my cough. I got over COVID a couple weeks ago and it's kind of lingering around. Then we had the fires. Maybe the wrong alcohol. May not get to test this one. Oh, it did. Oh, so it does work. Here it is. So that's this using alcohol. I do have sticks, so when this burns off, I'm going to use that. But in the meantime, second product review is the cooking set by Out of Doors. It's the DS308, and got it off of Amazon. It's got a pan, frying pan, a pot. It's got several things. It's also got a cutting board, which I will not be demonstrating. But kind of want to see this bad boy in action. It's got the lid. It's got these little cups with a little lid. It's got a mini spatula. A pot, a sponge. Oh, it's got a little teapot. That's cute. Use that one. It's got a fork, knife, and spoon here. It's got all kinds of nifty stuff. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go fill this with water. Yes, girl. Since you've undoubtedly seen my dog, her name is Darcy. She's a very sweet dog. I would not say she's a very good dog, but she's a very sweet dog. She's not the best behaved. Okay, now. Okay, now this is on a table, and this is not what I would consider the most stable. Yeah, I would not consider that the most stable little system there, but it's okay. I'm trying to see what the, oh no, put it in the right position, I guess it is. Trying to see about how long it takes for the water to boil. In the meantime, you got your saucepan, got your frying pan with handy dandy handles. This also, of course, has handy dandy handles. Keeps you from burning the snot out of yourself, which is very nice. And let's see here. It comes with a cleaning sponge. I think that that's nice, but I can tell you this, the alcohol burned off really quick. But it's only 70%, so I give that a little grace. Let's see. Ooh, don't set the house on fire. All right. So apparently, if it's centered better than I had it, it does sit quite nicely on there. It comes with a carabiner that it's a locking carabiner, so that you can connect it to backpacks. I'm not a backpacker. If I wanted to walk, I wouldn't own a car. And I own several cars. So this is good. It's very notably not for climbing. It says it right there, though you can't see that. It's got this, they call it a spoon. I'm gonna say a ladle. You can ladle your soup or whatever. I don't know. You squeeze here, fold it down. Like I said, little wooden spatula. Showed you the grill. It's got these little, they call them bowls. I don't know what there'd be bowls for. I'm assuming that they're for when you use the cutting board thing that they give you, that you can like put your chopped onions in here and your diced whatever in there. Maybe a little sauce or something you put in there. I'm not that big a gourmet camping person, but I certainly have seen people that are, so yay them. And there's a lid. This, by the way, the product was, the pot and stuff, it was a bit heavier than I thought it would be. I think if you're a backpacker, this might not be maybe your best setup. But I'm not an avid backpacker, so maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, excuse me, what the heck I'm talking about. Not sure how much I'm going to want to have this hot and reach my fingers that close to the metal. I mean, I'm touching the metal the second I try to pick this up, so you might want to use something else to lift the lid off. One question I had was, does this fit? Oh, so this does kind of fit on the frying pan. It's a little loosey-goosey, but it will cover stuff if you're wanting to do that. So that's nice. And it's got this little pouch. Oh wow, it's Velcro. There we go. I thought it was a drawstring and Velcro. I was like, wow, a double dip in there, but it's not. It's just Velcro. So you got your little foldy fork. I've used these before. They're surprisingly good, mostly because gravity holds it. But I've been surprised that they usually hold up better than you think they will. At least better than I thought they would. And then this fork, which is like an actual fork, not a spork. Spoon. This is the one that's, you know, don't think you're going to pick up big things with it, but it will work. Oh, by the way, they all have this little locker. Oops. Hence, I'm sorry, the spoon will have this little lock on it. So you slide that now, it won't do that. Spoon. Fork. Did the fork have one? Yeah, fork's got a lock as well. So once the lock is engaged, which I'm not particularly fond of this lock, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this lock. Yeah, not a fan of this one, but gravity will keep that one moving, so, or useful. And then the knife. It's a little butter knife. Again, it's got a little lock, which I think, now see, that one I like. It slid right on, keeps it nice and steady. Don't think that this is going to be your steak cutting knife. This is definitely not that. You can cut very soft things with this, but it's nice. It's good to have it. So that's nice. Like I said, the weight of this setup is a little more than I think would be ideal. Well, it's warm. I've run out of, don't do this at home. Yeah, that's nice. That warmed it right up. I would definitely probably recommend the little pellet, like the I don't know what they're called, the the wood burner, not wood burner, but the little pellet things that go with these versus the alcohol, so like straight alcohol, because 70% burned off really quick, as you just witnessed me do. So I maybe can't recommend that. Doop-a-doop. Alright, how hot is that? Not terrible. Things I didn't plan in advance. I'm gonna go grab some tongs and pull this off real quick. Come on. Don't be whining. All right. So, pull that off. Do as I say, not as I do. I don't always recommend the things that I do. All right. This is nice and cool to the touch. Now, if you remember during the assembly, this was a little ash pan. So when you're doing this as a wood burner, you put that down, then you put this down. Wait, is that right? Yep. And then you put this down, but you face it like it's a cup. Ooh. Drops down. Might be a little bit better ash catcher than I thought. Then this, which actually is a smidge warm. Oh. And obviously pot cross, which again is set so that it's on the sides of the nubs. I'm gonna get a little fire starter I have. Now, these are homemade little fire starter things. It's alcohol. Well, it's the makeup remover wipe things are cotton. And what I do is I get Vaseline, I just get some on it, and then I fold it so that it's kind of in there. And then I put them in the bag, and then I soak them with alcohol. And I'm gonna go boop, drop that down in there. Since you're supposed to be able to load it through this, I'm gonna load it through this, but it seems like I could have not done it this way. But this is so that, like, how you would load it. In fact, to get it started, go. Right, and that's in there. Once you take these out of the bag, you do have to kind of light them because, you know, that's how things work. Lit. Now I'm going to go get fresh cold water. It really did heat up. I was amazed. Like, at the very little bit of time I got out of that alcohol, it really heated up. So, here we go. Just being silly. Okay, so it appears to be at least semi on fire. Is this smart? No. As I say, do as I say, not as I do. I say, don't do that. Now, this is now fresh cold water. Let's set this bad boy on here. It's kind of like its own heat shield, so it's drawing air from underneath. By the way, very sooty, just from the alcohol, which kind of surprised me. Just so you know how much water that's boiling. 0.8 liters, which is a liter is a little over a quart. So no, it's gotta be it's a couple of cups, I think. Anyways, yeah, it's nice. I like it better as a wood stove, I think. I think if you got the little fuel pellets, that's what it's called, fuel pellets, it would be quite good. So, yeah. It does have this little handle thing, little lid, so just no heat exchange. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's heat exchange, but it doesn't hurt you. And it stands up on its own, which is quite nice. At some point I might do a, ooh, wow, that sucker really burns, baby. Yeah, might do something where I actually cook something in it. But I'm going out with my wife tonight, so I'm not going to eat. And I'm not going to cook if I'm not going to eat. It's a nice little setup. I like this. Very nice. That was just a tiny amount of sticks, like teeny tiny. I'm getting some good, really good burn in there. Although I have to say, a little terrified of reaching over this bad boy right now to pull it off. Like, already got steam going in there. This dang near a rocket stove. It's kind of cool. The thing's very reflective underneath the ash pan, and you can see the fire from underneath with it. Don't know how long that'll last. I mean, one good fire with ashes falling down. Which, by the way, I'm feeling a little stupid at the moment because I just did this on this hot mother trucker. Don't do that. Do not do that. So once this thing's on fire, don't touch it, because ouch. Woo. Proud of myself for not cussing just now. brought a lot of extra stick thinking I'd need it, but don't appear that I need it. Trying to center the fire over the little ash thing. Like I said, you definitely should not like when you're preparing your surface, don't have anything flammable underneath it, because when the embers drop through, I think that little pan will catch some of it, but it definitely won't catch everything, because there's like kind of quite a gap around the bottom. See if I'm gonna try to show it to you. I don't know if it'll come through. Is it showing? See how you can see the fire underneath? But you can see the gap in between, and that's, you know, ashes are definitely gonna, or embers are definitely gonna drop down in there. So, yep. Try not to burn my camera. So, definitely got to kind of the point of possibly boiling. And like anything that burns, you know, efficiently, it will go through fuel. So I'm not mad at it. It's doing its job. Nice thing about these little wood burners is that you know, if you go in the woods, you still need kind of a windshield here, I think. Yeah, make it a little better. But but they sell those, and you can make those. Those are not hard. But the nice thing about these is, you know, anywhere that's got even the slightest bit of burnable fuel, and you know, you're able to cook. It's made of stainless steel, so you know, you would be able to put heavier stuff on it. I don't know how heavy I would go with it, but it does actually feel quite sturdy. I'm not going to touch it right now since I already learned that little lesson. So they're not boiling yet. Oh, that's not. It's a little too long. Hot. Very easy to feed. I've seen some of the other wood stoves that they don't have that. So you basically have to take whatever you're cooking off, drop stuff in, and then put your food back on, which does not seem like the most efficient use of space to me. So, forgot to check the time, so I don't know exactly how long, but the power of video is I can see how long it took using the video. So you can make your coffee or tea, or neither of which I'm super big into, actually. At least not when camping. It's just more work than it's worth to me. But you could use this to heat up your water if you're using the dehydrated food packs. If you just wanted, you know, maybe any kind of hot beverage, cocoa, whatever floats your little boat. So you can see the steam coming out. Would not call that a rolling boil, but it's definitely getting there. Yeah, I like this. Sorry, trying to look down in there to see kind of the status of things. It seems to really burn very efficiently. Quite hot. Which, if you were camping, oh yeah. So this is steel of some kind, and the surface is quite warm. Now the wind is blowing like this, and so this side of it's quite warm. But yeah, definitely have to recommend against. But even though there's not flames coming out, it's really seems to be cranking out some heat. Bloop. Bloop. I have the opening facing downwind, and it's a little toasty. Jeez. Wow. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can actually hear the gasification. So it pulls the air in from the bottom, the fuel burns, and then you saw the little vents. And basically the oxygen not only pulls straight from the bottom, but it also pulls, because the walls heat up, it pulls up and kind of comes in through those vents, and it blows oxygen in and any of this smoky stuff. And so it helps it burn more efficiently. Now it's a rolling boil, full on. So now you got your rolling boil. Only took a couple minutes. Literally it took, what was that, like part of 2 sticks, and it's the smaller parts. So, and that's all it took, and I still have a little bit of wood left over. So yeah, this might be joining me on my bicycle trip this year. If it does, you'll see another video on it, because I think that's pretty cool. So that's my product review. The pots and pans, frankly, pretty standard pots and pans. Whoops. Pots and pans. Come with a little carabiner so you can clip it to your backpack if you're that kind of person. For the kind of stuff I do, we would have to go inside one of my pannier bags. But always good to have. Never know. So thanks for watching.